Hey guys, just a Mountain Witch here. Just wanted to talk a few minutes about sacred space. You can see my protective here on the door, so let's go ahead and go in. I was lucky enough when I moved up to Colorado 5 years ago that I had my own room to become my sacred space. It's since evolved. Just kind of walk around here. This is my Native American shamanic Peruvian corner. My staff there. This was the very first altar I ever created. That's a picture I painted of the Morrigan as she first presented herself to me. My books, herbs, some incense down here, my drum, tarot cards, candles, and crystals. All that good stuff. There's some things for my seasonal altars up here. This up here was a branch that fell from a tree that I've used to hang my smudge bundles as they were drying. I've since packed all those up. I am moving at the end of May, but you can see something simple like that, a big stick hung either from the ceiling or across something as I did, with just some dollar store shower curtain rings to hang the bundles on. This is my altar for the Morrigan. Beautiful print of her as well. I do still have my yoga mat in here. It was just, I called it my yoga room, and then it evolved. My working altar is a tree stump there. And this is my cozy little reading corner, and I also sit there to meditate, and there's a lamp. For anyone, shamans, witches, healers, empaths, I highly suggest you create your own sacred space. Now, again, I was lucky enough to have a whole room I could dedicate to that, and I get it that not everyone can do that. But you should have a space that it's yours. If it's a corner of your bedroom, a corner of the living room, or whatnot, have it, make it your own. Or even if it's just a closet that you have where you have an altar and you can open up that closet and sit a pillow there. I do have crystals in all four corners of the area, you can see here, to create a crystal grid. I suggest doing that for yourself as well. I have smoky quartz, clear quartz, selenite, black tourmaline, and onyx. All of those are good at keeping the energy of a place clear and good, repelling negativity. So those crystals are all in the four corners of my room to create a crystal grid around the room. But like I said, you do need a space that's your own. Set up a room divider, in the corner of a room so that it feels a little bit more private if you can't have a whole room or a big space. Doesn't have to be crazy and go all out. It just needs to be a place where you can sit and retreat, meditate, read, do a ritual, whatever it is that you want or need to do in that space. It just needs to be your own, separate from everything else. That's what's, so important for us, that we can have a space where we can go and recharge, that has things that we love, things that mean something to us, where we can draw, power in that area, cleanse our own energies. Very, very important. You can see my hat up there. Some of these things are not particularly witchy, but there's my dragon. But everything in here means something to me, and I just love my space. As I did mention, I will be moving at the end of May to a one-bedroom, small apartment, and at that point, I won't have to have a whole space retreat. I shared this house with my ex-husband when we first moved here. My son still lives here. There was an ex-boyfriend who's since come and gone as well. And this was a space where I could come and do my own thing, read my witchy material, or even not, just to close the door and get away from everyone else. And that the energy in here, despite what was going on in the rest of the house, the energy in here remained pure and good and beautiful. So it was a retreat, a sanctuary. And again, I suggest that everyone have that little space, that little area of sanctuary where they can go to. My whole apartment will become my sacred space because I will be the only one there. It's crazy to think that after 42 years of life, I will finally live completely on my own. It's exciting. It will be a change for sure, but again, it'll be exciting. I won't have to worry about retreating because that whole place will be my sanctuary. But again, just create a space that's yours. You can have your books, have your book of shadows, place where you can hold ritual if you're not going outside. It can be, like I said, a corner of the room with your altar, with a cozy little space. I love my Papasan chair. It is so comfy. And of course I have a reading lamp there. A beautiful wall mural here. My kids got that for me several years ago. You can see I kind of have an eclectic mix. I have a Buddha, dragons, and shamanic stuff. This table, you can create something simple. This is a plant stand with a plate hot glued to the top that I made for a little table to sit stuff on. My drink, my phone for timing my for timing meditations and things like that. Just be creative, guys. It's no set rules on what your sacred space is other than it's yours. And it's a protected space. It feels good to you. It's a place where you can go and, recharge, cleanse your energies, and retreat from everything else. All right, guys, that being said, I am just going to leave it at that. Again, any person that does energy work, you need your own space. So go out there and make it happen. I'd love to see your space. Have a great day, everyone. Blessed be.